Welcome to the Sims 4 Cottage Living Build Buy Overview. Thanks so much to EA Game Changers for making this early access review possible. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. So because this is an early access version, my Origin username is going to be bouncing around the screen. Do not worry too much about that. I haven't done a build buy overview in a little while, but I wanted to do one today because this pack doesn't seem like it comes with that much in terms of build mode. And it kind of doesn't for an expansion pack. But that is not necessarily such a bad thing, though having said that, I would like more stuff, but we're going to go through everything here so you can see it all today. First up, I will show you in the catalog, and I'll just move my face over here so I'm not blocking all the stuff. So here are all the items in Cottage Living. So you can see if I just scroll down this little list here, this is everything that you get, which it's definitely less than some other expansion packs, and even probably, I don't know, I kind of feel like Dream Home Decorator might have more stuff than this with all the modular items. However, there is so much gameplay associated with some of these items, namely the animal, the chicken coop and the animal shed and the wild rabbit home and the flock of wild birds home. So it's kind of like, I don't know, first impressions for me anyway is I really wish we had more stuff because this theme is so nice that I just want more of it. Anyway, we're gonna have a look at this little house that I've built first. Outside, we can see some of the new wallpapers. So if I just go into build mode and grab out the wallpapers, the exterior, we have all 4 of the wallpapers actually visible right here. They're all just very similar in color as I've got them. So we have the large, quite cobbled wallpaper, which this is definitely one of my new favorites, this cobblestone wallpaper. I'm gonna chuck it here. So that's this large cobble. And it has, you know, a nice arrangement of colors. I definitely like the lighter colors myself. Then we also have a brick in the same sort of color swatches, pretty much across the board as well, the same colors. Then there's a brick with the pond stones, which you can see here on the corners that appear in some of them. And it has the same sort of color range as the others as well. So that's sitting there. And then the final one is actually this one, which is kind of like the same as the original brick. Well, not the same, but it's like a painted brick. So I do actually really like the wallpaper selection, but I always feel like there should be more. Like, I don't know. When it comes to wallpapers and flooring, they're just like 2D textures. I feel like we could get more of them. Like, surely it's easy to just chuck in a few more. As for interior wallpapers, we'll see them inside here as well, but I will show them just here. So we have flowered vines, wainscoting left. This wall's kind of just, yeah, there we go. So the wall's kind of directly in the shadow on the side there. So that's a left pattern, and then there's a right pattern, so they can sort of work together. Or you can just paint it all the same. But you can see if you do all of the same one, it kind of, you can definitely see that sort of repetition a little bit clearer. But if you sort of alternate them like that, it sort of looks a little bit nicer. And then these have a few different colors, the same pattern, but it just changes colors. And then there's also this one, the garden party wainscoting. We've got some flowers on this. This actually does have a few different textures to it. So this has got little acorns, rabbits, and there's a few different colors of each of the patterns through there with the different wood and background colors as well. So yeah, those are quite nice. They all kind of work pretty well with the cottage aesthetic. As for flooring, there's 2 floorings, one of which I really don't understand. I'm not quite sure how to use this. It's like obviously like a garden stone path with these harsh flowers in there. I don't quite understand what I'm supposed to do with it. I've used it over there. There is a matching, well, it's not even that matching. There is a terrain paint that looks similar, but you can see the scale of it, first of all, is different. And it doesn't, I don't know if it's just this lot, but it doesn't line up with the flooring. So I don't know why, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this flooring. I used it in here. Actually, no, I didn't. That's the terrain paint. I'm not sure. Maybe someone smarter than me knows how to use this, but anyway, get rid of that. So there's only one new terrain paint. It's this one here. Kind of similar thing. I'm not really sure how to use this. I guess the best way to use it, instead of just having it on the ground like that, what I would probably do, and maybe assume it was supposed to be used for, is maybe having like shrubs and greenery alongside it. Because if you just have it go straight into grass, it looks a bit strange where you have the solid stone fade away and the flowers just kind of stop. So I figure this is probably the way to use it, you know. But then on that note, it's like, I guess you do the same thing with this and just put hedges alongside it on the flooring. I mean, it looks nice like that, but yeah, if you're using it by itself, it looks a bit strange. So keep that in mind. Now, whilst we're still here in build mode, we do have some new little hedges, which are just over here. Well, I guess I should say not hedges, topiaries. We've got a cow. I mean, these are pretty fun. I don't really ever use the topiaries in game, but they are very nice. A little rabbit, and we have a chicken as well. I guess it's kind of fun because they also already had the llama that's been there since base game. So now we actually have all 4 of these animals here in the game. Right, anyway, let's go have a look at the one new fountain thing we got. I say that very lightly because they added the pond tool into the game, which I don't have on this slot. The pond tool, by the way, so this feature here is base game. So everyone will have the pond tool. Pretty much everything you see associated with it, like all of these are base game as well. So these are new water types that you can put in your ponds. That's all base game, so we don't really need to go through that here today. But we did get this one new thing here, which is a new little fountain. If I go to live mode, this is a little fountain. It just has like a little bit of water flowing out of it. So that's a little fun. So you can see as well, nice set of colors there. Just a little fountain there for you. All right, doors and windows. I've got them sort of all smattered around this build. Hey, there we go, that one's fixed. I've got them all sort of smattered around these builds here, but let's just grab them out over here. So first we'll have a look at this little set of windows here, just the diamond lattice set. I really love all these windows, especially love this one with the little open section on it. And of course, these are all gonna have the matching sort of color swatches. That even has a green shutter, or you can have the green window to match that one. Or you could have the white window with a green shutter. So there's quite a few nice choices. I mean, and that goes for a lot of the other stuff too. Some really nice color choices on these. There's even a nice little circle window, a small square one, and a couple of larger shuttered windows as well, which I think look pretty good. So that's that little set of windows here. And again, we can see them on that build over there, which we will have a closer look at soon. But I like all those windows pretty well. Pretty well? Yes. Next up, we have this sort of stone set of windows, which I feel works pretty well, either with the cobblestone or the brick sort of texture. These all have a nice stone frame to them. And of course, these all have a bunch of nice colors. Most of these windows will work pretty well together, though I've been trying in my builds at least to use the same set of windows with each other because it kind of just has a little bit more cohesion with it. But yeah, very nice set as well. I like these ones. I like, well, these as well. I mean, all of them. These are all quite good. And then we have this wooden set of windows here, which I really like all these windows here that have the sort of bricks underneath the wooden windows. I think that looks really, really nice. Nice little detail there. Also, again, goes well with the wallpapers in this pack. And of course, they have a nice set of textures to them. I love that black and the gold on that, or I guess brass it probably is. I don't know. I think that looks really nice. And then there's also this little stained glass window, which we don't really have stained glass windows in this game. At least not really in base game that I can see. And I think in other packs, there's not many. So a nice little window to add in if you want. Most of these should have a matching frame to, you know, any of the windows. Got your white, the cream sort of color, and B. So there's a nice range here as well of stained glass windows if you're looking for something a bit fun as well. And finally, these 2 bay windows, which I guess I should have included this one in the diamond lattice category because clearly it matches those. And this one, I guess, kind of, well, I could probably go with anything. Maybe not the diamond lattice ones, but maybe it's more like the wooden sort of window. I don't know. It's kind of its own thing. But yeah, really nice new bay windows. This one actually has a thatched roofing on it, which is a new roof texture, which we'll have a look at in just a second. So these are the new bay windows, which again have sort of the matching color schemes to all of our other windows as well, of course, as you would expect. So very nice. And this one here has a nice range as well, similar to this one over here, so that they can be used together. Though, I don't know, I don't personally like having the different window frames on the same build, but although I think I've probably done that over there. But yeah, so those are all the windows. Let's now have a look at the doors, which again, I've used in all the builds. We'll have a look through the builds soon. So all these doors here, very nice. Oh, also there's a nice big medium door too. So I love, first of all, this door here. Very nice. I love this. I've been using this in all my cottage homes. I also really, really enjoy this door. But one thing I have kept wanting is a version that doesn't have the mail slot in it, because I want to use this as like a back door, as a side door, but it is a little strange to have a mail slot in a back door. All nice matching color swatches that are going to match all your windows as well. Then there's this one that's a little bit more storybook in style, with a little butterfly on top, or maybe fairy wings. Ooh. And a nice wreath on front. And then I love this door as well. I haven't really used it too much because it does seem a little extra for some of my homes. But that knocker on the front is so nice, and I love the wear and tear on this. I really wish that this door over here, and well, all these doors had some versions that had the wear and tear of this door on it as well. But I think it looks so good. I really wanted, so this whole pack, the aesthetic is the sort of cottage core, really nice and pretty kind of aesthetic. I really wanted some dirty and grimy farm stuff. Though this is technically not a farming pack. Would have been nice to see some more like worn down items. And then there's also this door here, which of course you might be able to tell goes really nicely with all the stonework and brickwork. You can see it sort of goes nicely, a nice frame around the door there. And then finally we have this big door here, which I really, really love, this large door. Some nice colors. Again, would have liked some wear and tear. Wear and tear is the theme for this. I would like more of it, thank you. But yeah, really nice. So that's all the doors and windows and the wallpapers. Now let's just look at the roof as well. So this is our new roof texture right here, the thatch out roof texture. And I've done a lot to it here. Let me strip this back. So these are actually a couple of new dormers right there, and actually new ones on the side here as well, which of course will match all the thatched roofing. And then up here is all individual roof decoration pieces that I can strip off. And that was a new chimney as well. And then on the sides, we also have a new roof trim. So you put it around the edge of the thatched roof just to give it a more thatchy look like that. So yeah, so that is the new thatched roof. And then if I put some of the stuff back, we can see how that works. So that is a new chimney up here as well. Might as well look at it while it's here. Very nice. I do quite like that. And then the way these work is, I believe they only work at a particular angle. As you can see, they don't change. So I think it's the default roof angle. And there's an end cap piece. And then there's like a single tile piece that goes along. And then there's a few animal variants as well, like a hopping rabbit, a sitting one, a fox, and also a chicken. Or actually, it's probably a rooster, I'm going to guess. And then we also have, like I said, those two dormers on the end. And we have these two on the front, which I really like. They've gone for the classic sort of sloped up thatched roofing dormer sitting right there. Now, I guess the last couple of things in build mode before we jump inside and look at all the furniture is actually we have a couple of new columns. Well, not a couple, one new column, and also the spandrel and a fence as well. So you can see I'm using all three of them together here. This column has what looks like a plumb bob on it, which is obviously a bit stretched out. I mean, really, it's just a diamond, but it kind of, to me, I'm like, it kind of looks like a plumb bob. A little sort of floral detail on the top there. And again, it has the sort of matching wood tones to all the stuff that we've already seen. And likewise, the spandrel, might just jump into live mode. Oh, it's a bit dark in live mode. Well, anyway, I can zoom in here. So the spandrel is just a simple wooden spandrel with a couple of sort of L brackets. And that's the detail of it. Again, of course, the matching colors to the columns. And then the fence, there's a few fences actually. This is one of them. You might be able to see the other two over there. So this fence here is obviously probably more suited for an indoor kind of fence. The fabled fence, very nice. A lot of different color variants on it as well. Then we also have a beautiful stone fence, the fabled stone wall, which I really like. This is perfect for the farms and all that. There's a few different variants to it as well if I rip some of those out. So, well, you know, whatever kind of color you're looking for. And then we also have this nice wooden post fence, which is great as well for little fence off paddocks or whatever. This is one of my favorites here, this texture. Again, my theme is worn out and used. I love the sort of mossy green down the bottom of this one. Very nice. I love the detail on this fence as well. Looks really good. And there is a matching gate to this fence, like that. You can see sitting there. Very nice. And we also do have another gate as well. This one I think is really nice. Obviously works well with the stone fence. I mean, all you can do is it with the wooden fence. Also looks really nice with the hedge fencing too, if you put that on the side. I think that looks really good. I think that's quite versatile. I also really wish I'd update fences, or gates, so you can put gates on any tile, or like anywhere, not just snapping to a tile like they did with the doors and windows, because that would be lovely. I've run into a few problems with that myself. Oh, and then the other flooring before we fully jump in is this wooden flooring, which I love this. I love this texture. I love the wooden, like the tree knots that you can see in it. The dark color is beautiful. I love this light color of it as well. And there's a bunch of other ones in there. More black, dark, a nice rich wood, the darker one. Sort of whitewashed in color, a more bluey one as well. I love this this flooring. Really, really nice. I'm gonna be using that a lot, I reckon. Oh, bird! Yeah. Okie dokie. That is not everything in build mode. I was about to say that's everything in build mode, but I just noticed we have the other fireplace, or the other chimney over here, which is also very nice. Obviously goes well with the stonework, the bricks, the cobblestone, and again, you know, same colorways. And the other chimney that we saw on the little pub that I built over there, nice brick one to be able to use. Oh, and then finally there is this also, so we got all the thatched roofing details, and there's also this run-of-the-mill roof support beam. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what to do with it in terms of what the intended use of it is, but it can sit on top of the roof like this. I did actually use it in another build of mine. I do have a build video coming out, I think tomorrow or the day after. And I actually used it to just place a trellis kind of thing. Like, you can place this anywhere. So it's actually a really handy wooden beam to just tile. Like you can see it actually tiles like perfectly. So that is really useful for just building stuff with. And I'm actually pretty excited by having that in the game. Right, so that is all of build mode. There's no new foundations. Oh, there's stairs as well. Of course there's stairs as well. So here they are. Very nice, just like wooden stairs. Nice step that sort of sticks over the top. And then it actually has a matching railing to that indoor fence that we saw, as you can see just there. And again, we'll see this used inside, so we'll get a better look at it there too. Oh, and there's a few other, I should stop saying I'm done with build mode. So there's beautiful new ivy sculpture, well, not sculptures, wall decorations that you can sort of line up the side of the buildings now. I love these. I've been using them so much. These 3 different ones along here, you can see. There's also some wisteria as well. So there's 4 horizontal ones. So there's one here. There's this one that's kind of a little bit more curved. There's a longer piece here, and then there's this other little short one. Then there's one vertical one that you could use as like a climber going up the wall. I think it really helps to make these sort of little cottage or British countryside homes come to life. Not in this particular layout that I'm using, but you know, it can be used really nicely and layered together like that. We also have a couple of little balcony things. Well, this one balcony here, which you can obviously see matches that fence and all the columns and all that stuff. It all sort of goes together right there. So nice, simple balcony. If you don't want to manually build one, you can just plonk that on your window. Also have a new little flower box as well. Lots of really nice colorful options on this guy here too. Now I think last but not least, we have the floral bragger, which is just like a little sort of wall bracket thing. I don't really actually know what you're supposed to use this for. Like, I mean, all of these, I kind of just use them as little supports or extra details. So I've actually just put a bunch of them here, which I think is just a nice little detail. Even when we're just viewing it from this angle, like you can just see a bunch of little things there. I think it looks kind of good, so that's just sitting there. So it's a nice little decorative piece to be able to use. Okay, so now besides the styled rooms or the pre-built rooms, we have looked at all of build mode. So inside here, there is no base game items. It is all 100% cottage living. And I tried to see if we could make a fully functional house, which you actually can't because there's no toilet. But I mean, we have so many toilets anyway. I'm really not fussed about not having a toilet. However, having said that, it would have been nice to have a toilet that had the external water tank or the sort of water tank up high. That would have been cool to see. But anyway, whatever. Let's not worry about that. So this is our little living area. We've got a brand new couch, which I really, really love. I love the default color of it actually. Really nice, and there's a whole range of selections in here. I also really do enjoy all that. This right here is actually the new cross-stitching kit. So your sim can interact with this and do their cross-stitching, similar to how knitting works, but it's cross-stitching, and you use those little circular boards there. Also have a new armchair to go along with the couch, which I really enjoy. There's a few striped patterns, and then there's a few sort of more plain ones, black and white, very nice to see. And then there's also these fun sort of floral ones too, which I actually really like. Up on the wall, I have poorly placed some wall lights, so let's move those up a little bit. Got a couple of these little wall lights here. Very nice, new artwork. This is all one piece here. Few variations there. Looks a little bit more commercial than residential, so I don't know that it really makes sense in this setting. But anyway, we also have a new side table or an end table right here. Has that nice sort of bluey green, turquoisey kind of color. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, it's got a nice like sort of plain wood swatch, and then it's got a few mixtures as well. And again, I actually really like the sort of default color choice that they've got going on there. There's also a new little book set right here with a couple of little rabbit book ends on it. We've also got this new ceiling light that actually comes in 3 sizes. So there's this one here, there's the medium, and then the tall wall. So if you're using giant walls, you can use the really long one as well. And likewise, while I'm here, there's also these. I love this new light, which I believe I'm using here over the kitchen. This new sort of lantern looking light. I love this so much. I feel like I'm going to use it a lot. So I'm using it as like pendant lights over the kitchen at the moment. And this as well comes in the 3 sizes, the short, medium, and tall heights there too. There's also this beautiful clock. I actually really like this clock. I don't know. We don't really get clocks that often, even though we don't really need them, but it's a nice little detail. And I love this clock in particular. And like some of these swatches are super nice. Like the default is the red, which is it's just fun and it stands out. But I really do like this one here in particular with the sort of gold details and the darker colors. And I don't know, I think it looks really nice. And of course, there's a big new fireplace right here. Your and yesteryear fireplace. I think this looks super nice. Like this with all the cobblestone around it, I think it looks great. And I believe, yeah, of course, we can put some stuff on the mantelpiece there. I could put another clock there. Why not? No, that's Space Game. Get rid of that. There's also this really nice little sort of almost picnic basket. Well, like picnic blanket basket. Like you could put this outside with your picnic basket. Or as I've used it, I'm using it in the living room as like extra pillows and throws and stuff that you might use on the couch. Actually, I really like this little detail, this little clutter item. Doesn't do anything, just looks good. And we have a new rug as well, which is, I mean, it's cute, but I can't really see using this in a lot of my houses. I've been trying to use it in my builds at the moment, but it doesn't really fit a lot of my styles, but it is fun and it is cute. In the right house, I think it makes sense. All right, moving on. We've got this sort of sideboard thing here, or the hutch rather, with some dinnerware in it. Just a little, you know, little shelf to display items on. Has a sort of matching color swatches there as well. In this room, I built like a little boot room kind of thing. We've got a sort of worker's bench here with some sort of plants hanging off a little handbag kind of thing, some chopped wood. Just a decorative little shelf, which again, you can just put items on or whatever. There's also this additional shelf that hangs on the wall, which has got a watering can, a little spade kind of thing. So that's a nice little decoration as well. And moving over this way, we've got a new dining table and chairs. We have finally another single square dining table that is a circle, but unfortunately it has the same issues that I have with all of them. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with this. It does look nice, but I want a single circle table that first of all looks more contemporary, which I know doesn't suit this pack at all. So I'm not saying it should have been in this pack. I just mean in general in Sims. I just want a contemporary table that has no tablecloth on it. Because like all our single circle tables, as you can see, are not particularly contemporary and they don't really work in a contemporary setting. Anyway, not that this pack should have had that because it wouldn't have made sense. But anyway, the table itself is very nice. It's got actually a few really nice tablecloth patterns on it as well, which totally match all the walls and everything too. This little tea set too. Look at this. How great is this? Oh, I can just do this. I can make it bigger so you can see it. I love this. It's so nice. There's some nice like plain swatches on it as well. I love that color there, actually, that teapot. There's actually also a separate teapot, which is over here, which is exactly the same. It is just separate, which is nice. So we can actually use that without all that extra stuff. So that is great. These dining chairs as well, also very nice to go with the theme. There's also, before we get to the actual kitchen, which, I mean, it does look very nice, but we just got Country Kitchen Kit. And didn't they say kits were for things that didn't fit into packs or they didn't have a pack to put it in? But I'm sorry, the Country Kitchen Kit could have been in this pack. So I don't know. Anyway, ignoring that tea time, there's so many nice clutter items. I love this. I love this. It looks so good. And there's, of course, the plain swatches and then the ones that have a few little details on it. There's also this egg basket, which would be nice if you could actually put your eggs from your chicken coop in here, but it doesn't seem to do that. It's just a decorative piece. So I don't know. That would be nice. But anyway, little chicken egg storage thing right there. There's also these little jars as well, some canisters. So there's actually a lot of really nice items that will go quite well if you have the Snowy Escape kitchen set with all the empty shelves. All this stuff will fit really nicely under there actually. So good set of stuff. And we also have this jug as well, which looks, you know, goes with well with the teapot over there. So nice little jug, a good range of color choices as well on that one. And then we have this little flower pot here as well, which is also really nice. This little, oh, wow, we can go full black. Get black roses in a black jar. All right, and then the kitchen set. The kitchen, it is very nice. It is very nice, but I mean, again, I feel like we just got Country Kitchen Kit. So it is always nice to have more kitchens, but I want more different kitchens. I know this does look different. It's not exactly the same, but it's in the same spectrum, you know? Anyway, we get two fridges with it. So we've got this fridge here, which again, just a retro kind of looking fridge. And then there's also this fridge, which is this is kind of cool. So this is actually an off the grid fridge. It's the old school like icebox fridge. You put your ice down there and it just keeps stuff cool that's in it. So it's supposed to be old school because this pack also has, I think, quite a few off the grid functional items to sort of go along with the cottage lifestyle where you can live off the grid and produce or grow all your own stuff and live that way. So that fridge sort of goes with that aesthetic. And this has all those sort of wood colors as well to match all the other stuff. Now the kitchen set, I believe, have every single kitchen piece here. All the different cabinets are here as well. The larger piece, the shorter piece, corner pieces, they're all up here. And then all the kitchen cabinet ones are all down here. This sink is actually a bathroom sink, which is very nice. I actually really love this sink with that sort of external bit there. That looks really good. I would love to get more of these. So that's actually really nice. That sort of matches in with all of this. And these have some good colors. I've gone with yellow because I thought it was fun. The default, I actually really like the default too. The green, some blue as well in there, some reds, and also some plain white and black. Always good to see the plain colors. And yeah, that's pretty much a kitchen set. I mean, I don't need to go that far into it. I have the new oven as well. Clearly a more classic looking oven. Now I do, like I said, I love wear and tear. I love wear and tear. This is perfect for me. Look at this. Isn't that, I don't know. Especially something that is like old looking, I think that is so nice to see. I love that sort of texture. It's great. Food Forge iron stove. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of cool. There's also a matching stove hood. Got a little rooster on it there as well. Green looks pretty cool actually in that as well. That's very nice. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but all the items up here are all just decorative. None of them you can move. Be nice to have that plant, like a hanging plant separately, but anyway, not that particular one because it is a bit low quality when you get up close, but you know, back here is fine. But yeah, something like that in the game would actually be nice. So that's that. Moving over this way, oh, we've got some new bar stools, which actually go a little bit better with the bar table, which is here. So this is actually a counter height table. So it's a pub table, taller than your regular table if you have a look. So bar stools work with that, yeah. So those go quite nicely with that, but I put them here for the purpose of demonstration. Over here, we have this new little buffet table, which matches in with the little end table that we have over here. So it has the same color swatches. Can you stop breaking my doors, please? Thank you. Yeah, so it matches in with that little end table there, which, let me take it outside. I feel like the lighting is a little inconsistent inside. So you can see that there. Very nice. I love the sort of brass door handles on that. Lots of different colors as well in that match with all the other stuff. Up here is actually a nice kitchen shelf, which I would have actually put in the kitchen, but as you can see, I don't actually have anywhere to put it. So it's over here. So this, which is hard to see with that wallpaper, is just a nice little, you know, chopping board, spoons, ladles, that kind of stuff, a little jar up top. Yeah, it's a nice little extra kitchen detail to add in there. And down here, we have another little clutter item, this little bunny with a flower in its mouth. Isn't that nice? And then these two are actually functional picnic baskets. So the way these work is, first of all, you choose the color you want. Go into live mode. Oh, I don't have any food, but you would put stuff in here so you can open. It's got an inventory. You can actually set up picnics, pack food, empty basket. It's actually really, really nice. So there's two variants up there, a more square one, a more like sort of rounded one. Nice little picnic baskets. And that is all of the downstairs, I believe. Oh my gosh, I missed this plant. This is actually my new favorite plant. Well, I don't know. At the moment it is because it's new, but I love this plant. I love it so much. Even the little basket that it's in. Some nice little different colors there. I love that little sort of peachy colored one, some orange. Really nice. I love this plant. I can't believe I missed it. It is kind of hiding in the shadows over there. Oh, and also we have this new blind as well, which is quite nice. I do like this as well. Nice pull down blind. Okay, now I think we're done downstairs. Okay, my door and my window are broken again. Oh, I've got a wreath hiding up here. So this wreath you might actually recognize. It was on this door over here. Here it is. Oh, actually, it is slightly different, but similar style, as you can see, quite clearly. So we also have a separate wreath that we can use. Oh, I just realized I totally forgot to show you one thing in the kitchen. This right here. This is a computer that looks like a typewriter, which I mean is cool, but it's kind of like why? Also, it's kind of low resolution. Like why is that so pixelated? Like I can see the pixels on the texture. So it's kind of also a little bit like, I don't know. It doesn't look good. Like, I don't know, put it next to like this. Like, doesn't this look way higher detail than that? Like, why is it so pixelated? And even sitting on top of the counter, look how detailed these are, and then that's pixels. Anyway, that's a computer, so I'm not really impressed with it. So upstairs, it gets a little bit more empty. This is most of the items in the pack here. And the outside items, obviously. We haven't got to those yet, but this is most of the stuff you're going to get. Kitchen, dining, living is kind of your go-ahead. There is actually another fireplace, which I think... Oh, I didn't put it in there. Okay, well, there's this fireplace here, which is a brick version, which is also very nice. I love the stacked wood on the sides, the old fireplace in the middle is also very nice too. So that is another fireplace that we should have a look at. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I put it upstairs. Yeah, I did. There it is. So upstairs, like I said, it gets a little emptier. There is a new painting or a picture right here. It's quite small, which is a shame. I would like a bigger picture, but it's got some nice little images in there. So there you go. The bathroom, we have this sink and this tub. Both nice items, you know. I do like them. Very nice. We do have, again, don't forget, we have that other sink, but it is kind of more looking like definitely like a kitchen sink. So there's that. And then we have the bathtub here as well, which I feel like we have a lot of bathtubs as well. You know, it's something we always get. And then over here, there's that fireplace. And then here's all the bedroom items. We have this bed here, which is a lovely bed, I will say. Hang on, it's kind of hard to see with that. I mean, it looks nice with that light coming in, but let me just put it outside so it's a bit clearer. It's sort of wrought iron bed. It's some lovely textures and patterns to it, which is, I think, is a lot of fun. Got like a tartan kind of wine. I think this is a lovely bed. It is. But that's the bed. That is it. And then we have this vanity here as well, which again matches sort of all the other sets that we have. So I said that's the only bedroom furniture, but of course you could use this table here in the bedroom as well. Oh, it does match, but the top of this was brown and that's light wood. That's a shame. So what are you supposed to do? Like not use those together or just go white? I don't know. Seems strange that this is different, even though it's like the same. I don't understand these two are the same. I wonder if that's a mistake or if that's a choice. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. Anyway, so yeah, you could use that end table in there along with the bed. But yeah, that's pretty much all the bedroom furniture. Now there is more wall lights that I put. There's one outside. This one here is an electric lantern. So that just means it is a little light. It doesn't produce much light. It's mostly just a little decorative piece, as you can see. Then there's this one, which is purely off the grid. So this is like sort of solar powered. So you don't even need to worry about having any power. So you could use this in your off the grid little cottage home. So this is actually a really nice little light too. I love this, but it isn't very bright, which is a shame. So you can't actually really use it to produce any light because it's so dark, but it's very nice. Then there's also this pub light, which I am using over at the pub. We'll see in a bit, but yeah, a little candle and just a board there. Right, so that's all the stuff in there. Next is kind of all the stuff that I figured was either very commercial or made sense in the pub, such as the new bar. Have no fear, guys. If you were worried about not getting another bar in this game, we got another one. So there you go. It's nice, but yeah, it's another bar. Then we have a few sandwich boards. So there's this one here, which I've just put inside because I already had a bunch outside. A lot of different things here. You could use it for a lot of things if you have get to work or a different type of store. So nice selection through there, but I mean, it is what it is. There's that pub table I was telling you about. There's a couple of posters as well. There's this one here. It has a few different variants. I think is it for the, what's this pub stories? I was gonna say, it kind of looks like for the festivals or the fairs that are on in this. And there's also this little decorative thing here as well. This looks like it's for the fairs for sure. Nice selections in there. All right, then outside in the little courtyard here, there's that wall one that I was telling you about, which actually looks really nice in the red. There's also this decorative barrel and sign thing, which again also has a few different signs on it. James Center YT, could you please move? Thank you. There we go. Yeah, so that's also quite nice. There's also this cart, which I think will have a lot of use in farms and gardens. Very nice. It's actually funny to see all the existing plants in there, which, I mean, makes sense. I actually like that detail. Like in here is actually plants that are in the game. So for example, that little plant there is this one. You can see, so it's like been put in there. And then we've got the lavender, which is this one here, but you can see it's, you know, a little bit smaller. And then there's also this little flower bush. Ah, here it is, this one. I knew it was in there. I knew I'd seen it. So yeah, it's actually kind of fun. So if you had these plants around your garden as well, and then you had this here, it's like they'd sort of picked them up and they're moving them, or, you know, they're planting them. I don't know. I think that's a really nice little detail to see those same plants in this here. I see the different colors. I mean, I guess we don't have a red lavender. But anyway, yeah, obviously nice color variations there. Always welcome, even if we don't have those exact variants, but very nice. I love that little wheelbarrow kind of thing. There's also this little bucket, which I think has a lot of use as just like a decorative piece, putting it around the farm. Infinite uses for that. It's just a bucket. I mean, it's great. It's great. And then there's also this, which I believe is also a light. It is a light. So yeah, it's just like a little wooden stool with some flowers on it and a little lantern. I can't imagine it produces much light. Let's have a look. No, it does not. Yeah, it's just a little, I mean, it makes sense. If it produced a lot of light, it'd be a bit silly. So just a very dim lightness, atmospheric light there. And then there's also these things here, a little toadstool kind of thing, which I believe is a seat. Yes, it is. You can sit on that. There's also a hay bale, which is also a seat, but it also doubles as a beautiful decorative item. Like I've used them to just make stacks of hay, so I think that is great as well. Perfect for that. There's the little fountain we saw earlier, the topiaries and the fences we've already all seen. At the front, we've got the Gnome's Arms signature. This is the name of the pub in the town, and it just has a few different colors. I believe, does this? Yes, it does flap in the wind, slowly back and forth. Nice little detail. And a couple more signs, like we've got this sign here. I don't know, there's a lot of sandwich board signs that you're not gonna do anything with. Now, this is actually up in the town center, so you can interact with this, and it has information about the villages and about the festivals. Is this interactable here? No, purely just decorative on your own lot, but in the town, it is functional. At least I think it is the same looking one. Maybe it's different, but looks similar. Right, then we also have things that I sort of deemed as kind of just town items that we have access to. Like, they always give us more of these stalls. I really wish that they would just give us an actual shop. Like, they have in the town center these stalls, which has the garden one, which I believe is this one. Yes, Crumplebottom. So Agnes Crumplebottom runs this. And the other one is the grocery store, so you can buy groceries from it, which is cool. Very cool. Two cool things, but would have been actually better to see them as actual places to go to and buy from. So I mean, they're just stalls, so the same thing as always. Banner and a pole. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys use a lot of these? I mean, I think, personally, I don't really use these. However, I think I might actually have a use for this because I want to build a huge farm in my Let's Play on the 64x64 lot and then have like a market selling table, which there's no selling table in this pack, so you would need another pack for that. But I would like to do that, set up like my own market, have my table under this, and have this big banner. I don't know. I think that's a fun little decorative thing, but normally probably wouldn't use those, but there you go. There's also this, which is really fun. Red phone booth. It's fun. It does nothing. You can't go in it or do anything with it. It looks cool, but it would have been nice if it was interactive. Like if you could open it and just like, if it was just go in it and call a sim or something, like just chat to your friends for social. Like really, that should have been a thing. Because otherwise it's kind of like, what's the point of it? And if it's not functional, which it isn't, I would have liked to seen it more dilapidated, like broken glass, rusted, sort of run down so you could like shove it in the back of your garden or something. I don't know. At least you got a blue one, so it's kind of like a TARDIS, but I mean, other than that, I don't know. It's kind of, it is very cool to see it, but it doesn't do anything. There's also a street light, which, I mean, yeah, street light, there you go. Oh, there's also a beautiful new wedding arch too. I think this is great. You could make a beautiful garden and have this sort of thatched arch in it. I think this is really nice. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Really, really good. Okie dokie. Gameplay items. These have a lot of gameplay associated with, well, I mean, these are just garden beds, but these have a lot of gameplay associated with them. So this is the chicken coop, which you can have up to 8 chickens living in, and you can have as many of these on your lot as you can fit. So you can have a lot of chickens. I don't know how you take care of all of them, but you can do it. And then this is the animal shed, which you can have 1 cow or 1 llama, only 1 at a time. Again, you can have as many of these on your lot as you want, as long as they fit, but only 1 can fit in here. Now, the gameplay with this, I've been having so much fun. I've already filmed most of my Let's Play, and it is so much fun. It is honestly so fun having the chickens, the hens and the roosters, baby chicks, having the cows and the llama. It is so much fun. Really, really good. They look fantastic as well, but can I just say that this looks so bad? This black void of a doorway. The cow and the llama just appears through this. Like, it looks so bad. I really dislike that. On the chicken coop, same thing kind of happens on the side, but it's much smaller. And like, even from this distance, you don't really notice it. It could just be dark in there. So I think it works on this, but this is just so big. And that is like infinite black void. I think what it should have been is a door that opens and then closes if they didn't, because clearly they didn't want to do the inside, which is fine, because I know that would be a lot to have the animal always in there doing stuff that you could always see. That's fine, but like there should be a door on that, surely. Like just opens and closes. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, gameplay is amazing with it, but that is just really not impressive. Anyway, there's a few colors on it. Through there, and then we got the 2 patches, which also have a few different colors as well. So if you wanted like a different look to your soil, you could do that. And then these guys are the wild bird flock, which you can see flying around there. And hey, where did my rabbit hutch go? Did I delete it at some point? Oh, here it is. It's because I did the pond. And this is where wild rabbits can live, which you can get it on your own lot. You unlock it by befriending wild rabbits or wild birds, and then you can buy them and put them on your own lot. Yeah, so around here, a lot of birds flying around. It's really fun. So these are just garden patches, essentially, but you can use the new oversized crops on it. And then these have so much gameplay, which, I mean, I'm not going to show here because it's a build by overview, but trust me, they're wonderful. So much fun. Alrighty, I think that's it. I mean, I said that there wasn't that many items, and there kind of isn't, but there is a lot to see with the items. A few disappointments in there, namely that doorway there, the phone booth. Oh, I guess we should have a look at all the debug stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to look at it in as much detail. I'll show you some of the highlights, because there's actually some fantastic debug stuff, which I wish was just a regular item. I don't know why they do this sometimes. Like this. How fantastic is this item? Why is this not just a regular decorative item? How good is that? There's also this, which is wonderful. It's pretty big, but it'd still be a nice item to have, like easy access to. So there's some really good debug stuff. There's also there's some nice plants as well that you can buy and debug. Some corner vines as well, which would have been nice to just have in the catalog so we could easily access these. These are great to put on the edge of your building. This is just a fun barn. I mean, I get why this is debug. It's just kind of nothing, but I don't know. It looks cool. Also water wheels, which I think are actually animated. This would have been so cool just to have as a wall decoration. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure they're animated, or at least one of them is, because you can see them around the village. Yeah, look at this. How cool is this? Imagine just having that in build mode as a wall decoration. Plugs onto the wall there. How sick is that? Like, I think that would be great to just have access to. Anyway, you can have access to them with the debug cheat, so there's some, like I said, there's some really fantastic items that are just hidden away. Look at this tractor. And it's like sort of run down and grubby. Love it. Some of my other highlights are actually this, surprisingly, is one of my highlights. It's just like little grass tufts. Like you can see them in the background here. But this, I really like this, just to have some sort of 3D geometry on the lot. Like I think just having those little grass tufts around looks really cool too. So those are really nice. I love this as well. It's just fantastic decoration that you can put around your farm. How cool is this, by the way? They haven't, I don't even know where this is in the world. I haven't seen it yet. They have a double-decker bus. It's cool. I mean, there's obviously no use to it, but very cool. They have Agnes Crumplebottom's handbag. See, this would be nice to have as a decor item. There's no handbags in this game. It's very bizarre. But this would be nice to just put on the sideboard or something. To me, it is kind of odd how many fantastic decor items are hidden away. Like, I know debug is supposed to be more items that aren't fully finished. Like, a sim might be able to walk through some of these, but no, that's not even true for all of them. A lot of them, they are actually set up to not allow sims to walk through them. Like, how cool is this, by the way? This log that's fallen over, that's got all this growth on it. And there's this little mushroom patch. Like, I don't know. It's great. It's so good. This is where cottage living is for me. And there's a truck as well. Look at that. These are like the best items. And I love this little grass tuft. Like, just these little blades of grass sticking up. Just a nice detail. Look at this log, like this, it's kind of where the tree is fallen down from. You can have a little story. And look at this. Look at this. You can get a mini. You can get a mini. It is fantastic. I kind of wish they had, should have one with the Union Jack on top. It'd be fun. Not only can you get a mini, but you can also get, well, this is also very nice, but that's not what I was going to say. Again, just such great decor items. And again, look at this. How good is this? This is so perfect for using as decoration. And this as well, like a water pump. I assume that's what it is. I don't know, it doesn't say, but it kind of looks like a water pump. Oh, and all these, like open gates and stuff. Like, I think, I don't know, just great. Here we go, this. And a Jeep. Actually, no, sorry, what am I talking about? Why that's so embarrassing. Sorry, a Land Rover, presumably Discovery? Is that what it is? Kind of looks like it, or something else. Anyway, like a Land Rover. Very cool. And there's also a cleaner log here too. I feel like these decor items take the build buy of this pack to the next level. Look how much stuff is here. Okay, maybe ignore the cars because, well, those cars are kind of cool, but ignore the bus. But like all these items here are just really wonderful decoration. Even the tombstones, by the way. Like, look at it. These are pretty intense. There's also like nice street signs as well. You can make your own little private roads and stuff. I don't know, that's really cool to me. Oh, this is also one of my favorite items. This old rusted bike. How great is that? I love just shoving this against stuff, like against a log or something, or against a building somewhere. It's just so perfect for that. The fire hydrant as well. Look at these gates as well. Very, like, you put this at the front of your farm. Oh, this as well. I know I keep saying this and this and this, but I'm sorry, these should be just in the catalog as decor items. They're so wonderfully done. I feel like they shoot themselves in the foot by hiding all this stuff away. And look, even just this, like bags of like either like, I don't know, fertilizer or seeds or potting mix, you know, just like this stuff. This bag here that's like laying against a wall, this one that's flat. There's another hay bale. There's this little box here of like turnips or something. I mean, that's a little low quality, but it still looks nice, you know. I can see that one being debugged, but yeah, that is gonna do it. The debug is fantastic in this pack. I can't believe I nearly left that out of this video. Thank you so much for watching the build by overview. Overall, I think the items are actually pretty nice. There's not really that much. Like if you try to build a full house, you'll notice a lot of lacking areas where you can't really finish it, which is a shame because I feel like you should be able to build a full cottage with everything you need in it And you kind of can, but it kind of feels empty if you don't use stuff from, you know, either base game, which, by the way, base game stuff just really doesn't look as good as stuff that they're making now. Like, the new items always look so much better than base game stuff. Anyway, there's not that many items in this pack. Having said that, it did take me over an hour to record this video, so I guess maybe there was enough items. I don't know. But you saw all of them. You saw all the highlights of the debug and the debug items. I mean, come on. Look at that. Those are my favorite. Decorating my farm with all this stuff. Oh, superb. Also, the gameplay with the animals, fantastic. Check out my Let's Play for that if you want to see more on that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the build buy of this pack down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day. Oh no, I forgot one thing. The little vent on the wall. I knew there was something. That's why I had to come check. Oh no, I forgot another thing. These things. Okay, well, this is the epilogue. There's these little window covers that go over the top. Pretty cool. And also this one over here, this thatched version over this door.